Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad and SuperCoach Pro. Today we're doing a round 6 SuperCoach AFL team preview going into the week. Just before we get into my trades, I just want to give a special thank you to SDS SuperCoach and DR for the Monday night stream. It was good doing that. It's rare that I get an opportunity to be with another guest as well, so that was really nice. And I do apologize too for the audio. I had the little one with me at the hotel, so I didn't realize how much noise you could actually hear in those headphones. So do apologize. It's probably the only stream I'll do with him there. But yeah, I just really didn't want to pass up the opportunity and not being able to live stream with him. And I thought I'd jump on because I really wanted to speak to DR. It's been a while since I was speaking to him. So yeah, you get stuck into the side. And also just before we do, I didn't upload my stream tonight that I did. I did a stream. There was a fair few of you there, and for the quality of people and quantity of people, I should say, I got a lot of questions that actually kept me going for about an hour and a half, which is really surprising for the numbers we did have. So that was really handy. And yeah, something gets a few regulars there that I'm really appreciating. Like I really like Cheese and Jonas Goat, John O'Carroll, and people like that, just really supporting this channel. So I do appreciate all those comments. Harley Sports Talks, you do start to remember these names, and you do get pretty excited when you see them come through the comments and whatnot. So I do appreciate everyone that's jumped on the subs as well. I don't really plug too much about subbing to my channel, but yeah, I've noticed it's gone up a little bit, so it's been really nice, and just enjoy socializing with you guys because this for me is an absolute outlet just for escaping reality for a bit. And I'm sure the footy for you guys and Supercoach for you guys and talking about Supercoach and players is a bit of a hobby for you. So yeah, let's get stuck in the trades for this week. I didn't upload that stream because I think some of it could have been a little bit controversial. I didn't want to get in trouble. Did talk about a few different things. The next stream I'll upload, I promise. So we're going to start streaming on Sunday nights, maybe straight after the game. So around that 6 p.m. mark if we can. And if it's a little bit later, so be it. It'll just be as sort of the team is loading into SuperCoach and we're waiting for our rank and whatnot. And we can talk about rage trades and sort of the fresh topic press of what's going on with your rage trades. You know, your Sunday trades aren't always your Thursday trades, but I think that should be a good idea for this channel going forward. And hopefully I can do jump on and jump off with Steve tomorrow about the 10 most traded in and out players this week. Now, for my trades, I actually want you guys in the comments below to tell me what you guys think. I've sort of got two options that I'm looking at and possibly a third. But now I don't want to be a hypocrite and say you shouldn't be going early on rookies that aren't on their second game, but we've already done that. And we did that because we looked in a deep dive of closely, of Graham. So if you haven't seen that video and you do want to check it out, yeah, just go into my channel and look at the Will Graham profile. I did a bit of a deep dive. I'm thinking I might do a deep dive in one of these one-game players, but I'm not sure if it's worth it or not because best 18 to last times to really play risk sort of football, SuperCoach trade-wise. So I'll go with you the three scenarios I'm thinking of. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty risky, but surely my Richmond knowledge has to get me somewhere, right, in terms of making a good trade. So the first three, now, I'm just going to throw my opinion out there. Sanders is not a must trade, but I just don't want to get subbed out at some point. And like a few people are saying, he might just make an extra 50K, but who really cares? He could be subbed this week. Like, he's not named on field, so it doesn't give me a well of confidence. So now the only guys I really trust to play a third game and already played a second, he's on his bye, is McAuliffe. Now as the Tigers, man, I should really have the inside of knowing our team and who comes in for who, but I just think of the amount of injuries they've got to play him. And we played Sonzi as the sub. So I just feel like I'm short out, Prestia out, Hopper out. Like there's 11 players of their best 22 out, and I just can't see McAuliffe being a sub. Again, I think this is for his introduction to footy, so I'm going to go early so I can loop him. Garcia, I was holding, but I just have a really sneaky suspicion he is going to be sub. It's like last week. I'm not sure how many of you guys watched the preview last week. I had a feeling Clark would be the sub, so I traded Clark out. instead of Wilson. And my gut theory was right just on the team sheet based on that. So I've been pretty good with knowing when to trade out my rookies over the seasons, I feel, as well. I haven't really gone early and got rid of a Reed after his 50 and then he's gone 91 and 108. I haven't done things like that too recently. And I feel like I've sort of studied with this sort of outcome anyway to know who I should be flicking and who shouldn't at this point of my SuperCoach channel career. So yeah, those three you can get rid of. Now, I don't really know. I mean, I still like Condon because he's actually the only real cash cow. And look, if he does 76 against Hawthorn, who Hawthorn cannot connect inside 50, he makes 70K in 1 week. And then if he gets a 65 the week after against Adelaide, he makes another 21K. So potentially makes you 100K in a real short period of time. And I think he can do that, to be honest with you guys. Like, yeah, we can say his scoring's better with Biggie. Let's say he does score as projected and Dawson comes in then and Biggie comes out and his score increases because they play a similar sort of intercept game. He could be going up, 150K when Biggie gets dropped potentially for Dawson. But I'm still hot on Biggie, but just I don't want to risk bringing in another one-game player because at some point it is going to bite us. We can't keep getting away with it, surely. Now, for my Richmond take, Biggie could never break into Richmond's side. I think he's ahead of Pink for my opinion on that. So I think he's just fighting with Dawson, but did they actually play Dawson and Pink? Because they do got a short back line. Do they play all of them down there? Core as well. I think there's a potential that they do, but I just want to wait a week and see what Dawson's update is with his injury before bringing in a dead rookie potentially. So, yeah, this is the reason why we're going to go him. Yeah, it's not much of a downgrade because he is 227K. I do totally understand the point of what people have been making out on other platforms as well. And then, yeah, look, 553 isn't a lot, is it? To be honest with you guys, as you know, 550 doesn't really get you a lot. But I do got a couple different thought processes here. It's sort of got to be top of the line, doesn't it? Like Zorko, yeah, he could be the man. He's 35. I don't trust the Hammies. I'd still like the pick. But I don't think I can risk it this early on. Now, do I go Yo? Like I love Yo. And I'm a hypocrite, so I will put my hand up for that. Or do I go someone a little bit different that I think will be top 6? So I'm going to pass on McGovern. I think his injury history is scary to me. So is Yo, but young, right? He's got, if you break it down to 3-game averages, yeah, we can talk about how we traded him out of our sides, but you're going to have to bite the bullet and bring him back in. He's going to be forward. Sorry, he's going to be mid defender. And that is the trades I'm thinking about for that particular move. So this one I've only just thought of in the last 10 minutes, to be honest, after my stream. You guys throw a lot of questions and it actually gets me thinking about different players. So it helps me out a lot, actually, doing those streams because I think about stuff that I wouldn't normally because sometimes you guys are very left field. So anyway, bringing Young back in, then who am I targeting from the last 2? Well, personally, not Whitfield. So probably Houston and Ryan I want in those last 2 spots. Potentially Martin. And it depends on price. You can't pay 600K for every player, can you? So what it allows me to do is loop Williams there. Maybe I can throw Graham back. And if Williams will do well, Graham's on field. Although I don't like his chances against Sydney, I think that will be one of his highest scores for the week. Just in terms of 14 tackles, net at 91 is not amazing. I feel like he's sort of a 65 to 70 average bloke. I feel like old mate over here is probably an 80 to 90, potentially even. This is my hot take. I think he could be a season keeper. I know it's a really big call. I don't know if anyone's called that before, but I think he is a genuine shot of being D6 for the rest of the season. And that would be something, but we'll come back to this video if it is in 20 rounds time. Well, not that many, but you know what I mean? So optimize the side gives us a little bit more fast forward time here. Yeah, Williams there. So if he does play well, put Hall on, and then we might move Dacos to the midfield. Graham there if Williams does not do well. And then line up something like this. I'm not sure Roberts will do well against Gold Coast this week. I'm not very confident. So we might just play Sharp. If Sharp does well against West Coast, will you take his Roberts score? The midfield's all primo, so don't have to worry about that. And then, yeah, this is the reason for fielding him is I want to field him over Darcy and Karmas. I'm not really sure, though, because Darcy's got Wob in the side, so that's thrown me off. But they play Hawthorn, North do, so I feel like there's a big score in him for that. He's got a ceiling to show it too. And saying that, I can probably just do that. I don't know why my team actually didn't run with Darcy over Cadman in general, because, yeah, Cadman's got Carlton, which I don't like his chances. So I think I'll run the side into that. That's my options there. Now, VC and C, I'm a little bit torn. Help me out here. VC, Steele into C. Sarong feels pretty safe. Or I could hope that Sarong goes huge. I just feel like he's a mediocre 120 though. And then C, Sheezer, which would allow me to see what a good VC score is to take because it's a later. It's a later game, so I can actually watch what Steele does, where it does, what Dacos does, what Butters does, what Rosie does, what Green does, and get an idea of what a VC is worth taking. Or I could just hope that he, chills out my Thursday night. There's no Libra in that side. They're not in form, and Steele goes wild because English got smashed in the head out. So maybe Marshall has a huge game and just feeds it to Steele. And if he doesn't, Steele's tackling a 80% Bont. So I'm honestly not too sure, but I feel like the safe option this week is to actually see Sheezel, although I have heard about the McGuinness tag too. So in saying that, thinking about the McGuinness tag, that does worry me a little bit because he does play half back and McGuinness can play half forward flank tag role. So maybe I just go Steele into Sarong. That feels a lot safer, doesn't it? I think we'll play it like that. Then I don't have to worry at all for the rest of my week. So maybe we'll just do that for the time being, and then I don't have to worry about my loop either. I think McAuliffe plays, just for my 2 cents as a Tigers man. And then the other trades could have been something like this, and this is where I'm not sure, right? So I could not trade out Dempsey, and I could trade out Cadman instead, but it just leaves me with less money. So to get a premium. So I don't really know how I feel about going down from a Young to like a Nas. So I won't show you like this because it's actually going to be a really long video if I do that. So I'll just go undo changes. And yes, I'm probably going to use a boost because everyone's trading up and I don't want to be caught up too early on. Like I'm going to run out of boosts as of next week. I'll have none. But we get an extra trade during the buys anyway in a few weeks, and probably lets my cash gen just sort of make itself instead of trying to force things now. Where I've sort of been trying to force things to get primos in earlier than everyone else's team. And that's the plan for my boost strategy, I think. So, yeah, the other route would be McKercher. Hold on, don't do this to me. Yeah. And this is the hard thing. Like, you get rid of McKercher, in my opinion, because his role change, or you hold him for a month and hope he comes good and resets his break even at some point. But for me, you got to trade out these rookies at some point. Like, you don't want to be trying to trade them out all at the same time and all have all these break evens where you could be cashing them out and they sort of all go backwards. I don't want to do that either. So sort of just want to do what I can and get them out as fast as I can, and then upgrade as quick as I can. Because if I've got a one primo each week up on everyone else, then I've got an extra 50 points per week, times that out by 15, and Bob's your uncle. So that's my mathing. And then yeah, same sort of trades, but just leaves me with less cash. And this is where I'm really torn. Like, do you get rid of Cadman because he plays Carlton, or Dempsey because he plays Brisbane? And I feel like they're both tough matchups. Dempsey could be a bit of a keeper, but like I'm probably going to move Reed into the forward line and yeah, have to play with the Magnets once we get DPP next week. And you don't have to go Comden. It just suits my side a little bit because I want to get another cash cow. Because if people aren't getting him this week, there's no cash cow to get. So I kind of make money on a week that people might not be making money, if that makes sense. So that's the reason I thought about that. Yeah, he's not really, you know, making you a lot of money, but to use a boost to get a primo, it doesn't really matter because I think can probably make 150K. I've been right so far. His injury history is a little bit concerning, but it's better than being a sub risk. I'd rather get injured and full just lose it than be a sub and still cash in and get subbed and subbed each week. So it could go like this, and then do the same sort of thing. Grab McAuliffe, wait to have a look if Hugo gets named sub, and if he doesn't, then maybe go there instead. But will he get subbed off? So I just want to have one more look at Hugo fully, and then one more look at Biggie fully, because I'm not confident on either of those, and I'm actually more confident in the Richmond player that's got a buy that's probably not going to get dropped next week because we don't got any players coming back from injury that I'm confident by next Wednesday that's going to take McAuliffe's spot. And I don't really need the cash gen from him. It's more just I can whip his score as well. So bear with me a second. Supercoach is sort of pooping itself. Everyone must be on after Shorty's stream and my stream and everybody else's stream. Probably not my stream, but you know what I mean? So what we would do is we'd actually move Graham to the midfield, and then we would grab Nasiah, Malera, whatever you want to call him. My bad. And you could use that as my pick. Seriously? I can't even show you my thought process. So it's either Young or Nas. And then, you know, you either get rid of Cadman this week or next week. So I just don't really know fully what my plan is, but it's probably about right with the players coming in and players out. Like if not this week, my rookies that I'm not training out this week will be next week anyway. So they've done their job for me. Now adjust your price, like, or else we're never gonna be able to finish off this video. And yeah, do appreciate everyone that tuned in for my stream. Next one I'll actually leave and save on the stream. I won't delete. I just feel like there was a few things that I didn't want to backfire in my face. It could have, yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit touchy YouTube sometimes, so I just thought I'd leave that one not uploaded. And for the people that were there on the night, they got to enjoy some banter and whatnot. So yeah, pretty funny. That is the other move I'm looking at, but it means I field Nas over Young. Although I just feel like maybe Young outscores him 5 points every week. I'm not sure, but then again, St Kilda's got a good run back half of the year. So I'm pretty torn whether to get rid of Dempsey early over Cadman, or just grab the better primo, which probably seems like the more logical idea. And then, yeah, you probably can't talk me into keeping Sanders. I think we've all been bevoed out of it in terms of wanting to hold. Yeah, I don't think even some big guns are just going to swap him out as well. I mean, I've already got enough midfield depth to cover a guy like Sanders, and I just don't want to field him in a best 22 week while people aren't fielding him and they've got rid of him this week and then he gets subbed again next week. Like that would really hurt your on-field scoring ability. So that's the side going into the round. Thank you for watching. Well, do give a like and a sub. I do appreciate it. It's been going up slowly. And yeah, chuck any comments in the bottom and I'll get back to them. Cheers.